Merril, Padraic Condon for the opening face-off of this Sweet 16 matchup. Merril getting all sorts of tied up. Ball hits the turf. And scooped up by the Jumbos. Cam Del Cristo with it. Jumbos with numbers. Del Cristo. And a save. And the first of the day from Marinello. To show for it on the scoreboard. Same two back out there for the face-off. Once again in a wrestling match. This one's going to pop free. Condon's going to get it. He's in some trouble immediately. But he wisely goes back to Charlie Mealy. Short of sensational so far today. Already 7 saves. Salcedo with a clean draw win. And he's going to shoot. Sails it high.
So to their play and feed right into the Jumbos and what they want.
Violation on the Jumbos as the Jumbo bench not happy about it. They were sending their attacking mids on the field. Henderson dumps it off to Herlihy of this quarter with 1:56 to go. And give yourself 2 minutes to recharge in between quarters, but at this rate, that's a tall ask. Ball on the turf. Pretty sure Parker Merril trapped it with his foot. They're still fighting for it. That's a trip, and it'll be a win for St. Lawrence. Quick restart for the St.
From the outsides, there's no telling what you're supposed to watch.
Parker Merrill's going to win that draw. But that'll be the end of quarter number 1. A picture-perfect first quarter on Mother's Day.
Shown that they can do it with their game yesterday. They have grit. They're fighters. And we saw during their huddle, they want to win this.
They absolutely do. Coach Mahoney was telling them, settle down. It's only been 1 quarter. That I think is both a good thing and a terrifying thing for the Saints. As Regneri Salcedo going to win the draw. Tufts looking for an instant response.
Yes, it has. I think it started with those few stops by Marinello.
Condon had the draw momentarily, and he's able to corral it on a second attempt. St. Lawrence crowd getting to their feet here. So still only a junior.
Lots more to come from him.
The entire Jumbo bench wanted a hold call. They're not going to get it. We're playing soccer on the field momentarily. Eventually, St. Lawrence comes away with the face-off win. Mahoney tries to split the double that he lost on the previous draw, which might lend some credence to the case the Jumbo bench was arguing.
Yes, it would. Yeah, that face-off.
This one won by Salcedo. We'll see what the Jumbos do. Would not be surprised if they look to hold. Make sure they get the last attacking look of this quarter. Their quarter facing the sun so far today. Play resumes. Draw once again, won by Condon. Gets a step on Salcedo. Trying to release it and does.
Coach Mahoney's telling his guys at the half, at the quarter breaks, that's making them so fired up and coming out with such high intensity.
Parker Merril gonna get to that draw. His third of the day. He's 3 for 7. Salcedo 4 for 6. Ragneri gets hung up. Jumbo's going to go man up. But Jack might not wait for that.
Yeah, we saw it in the first half. I think St. Lawrence adjusted to the to Tufts' ability to find their holes within their tiny circle, leaving open the wide shots.
Ball still on the turf. And Parker Merril in the end wins the draw. 20 in points in all-time program history. They're fighting once again for this face-off. Condon, who's been really good today, had it, then he lost it. Everyone fighting for it. And as usual for St. Lawrence, it's Marinello who bails him out. Lee trying to come with a cross-check. Anderson gets his hands free. Still going, shoots, and he scores.
They are fired up over there, Riley. This is what they want to see right now in this game. They're still down by 3 like
Jumbo lead once again sliced to 3. Salcedo tracks all the way back to get the draw win. Numbers for the Bows if they hurry.
He has been doing phenomenal on the face-off today.
Clark gets absolutely run over. Referee says a clean hit. We're going to update you on a score elsewhere with a minute to go in the third quarter in Rochester. RIT St. John Fisher has transformed itself into a very competitive game with the Tigers currently leading by 1, as that one is going to be a push on the Jumbos, giving St. Lawrence the ball. Seems every face-off is getting more and more contested and more intense by the set.
Let's see how aggressive this face-off gets. The trend is that, yep, just like that.
Parker Merril fell over backwards on top of the ball. And it's won in the end by Merril, who's able to get around one, use wall bomb as an option. Jumbos would love some offense here to put them in a little bit of a better spot. Salcedo back out on the draw. He's 5 for 8 on the day. And I believe Condon went early. He did. Jumbos lead back up to 4. 5 is the largest it was at any point today. Tagliaferri. Still boundless energy from the senior. Gets it right back, but doesn't have the angle, so he spins back. Nicely, that if there were to be a 10-second tie-up before someone could win possession, he can't re-enter because it would be a violation on the face-off. Salcedo fighting for it, can't win it cleanly. That might be about 10 seconds. In fact, it will be the entirety of the 10 seconds. Now that the Jumbos can't win it because St. Lawrence has it, the Jumbos will get back to full strength.
Will tell.
Parker Merril gets shoved down, and I think he's going to get called for a clamp. He is. Don't know how much he knew about that, but a big draw win for the Saints nonetheless. Under 8 to play. And it goes without saying, but at this point, every draw is a crucial draw. And this one, Parker Merril looked set to win. Then he got run over, and Condon comes away with it. Jumbo's going to double. They knock the ball down. It's picked off by Frizzoli.
That is a much-needed win for the Jumbos.
Hauser has Stockdale flying, and he buries it.
Wow, Riley. Talk about speed. What a goal.
And what a gut punch for St. Lawrence. had gotten 2 in a row, including turning a defensive stand into a transition.
Minutes of play here on Bello.
And a violation. Which way is it going?
I believe that is on Victor Salcedo.
It is. St. Lawrence looking to go quickly now. Need 4 goals, and they got 5 minutes to do it. A very tall.
He probably could have made that.
Very well could have. He has 18 saves on the day. 1 short of matching his number from yesterday. Merril with a clean draw win. Jumbos might not be content to be done quite yet. Rizzoli drops a man, dumps it off. We'll see if St. Lawrence vacates or if they will wave the white flag. A double coming. Hauser sheds them both. Jumbo's bench making some noise here. They can sense the finish line. Draw goes a million miles in the air. Davis Owens tries to run it down. It'll be picked up by Erik Helgelson, who dodges one, and he'll just turn and run. We will hit triple.